Welcome back, Filmaholics. My name's Kyle Koenig, and in this channel you find anything and everything filmmaking. So if you guys want more of that, consider subscribing. But until then, let's get on with today's video. But that being said, don't forget, this is gonna be a different form. Well, I guess I haven't mentioned this, but I'm gonna be trying to do two different formats. One down here, one up there. So down here is gonna be TikTok. Up there is gonna be YouTube. So I'm gonna be trying to record this way and see how that looks. And if it doesn't work well, then you probably won't see the TikTok. But if you guys want to check out my TikTok, go and check down there. And if you guys want to check up there. It makes sense in my head. It really doesn't in video format, but yeah, check that out. So there's gonna be that, but let's get on with today's video. And in today's video, what we're gonna be talking about is gonna be the Neewer SL-90. That's gonna be this light actually right over here. So let's go ahead and turn this on slightly. There we go. And turn it back off because it's bright as hell and it's giving me eye glare. But yes, the SL-90, we're gonna be talking about that right now. But before we go ahead and go on to the specs of this light, let's go ahead and show the unboxing of this. And we are in the top-down view, the overhead view. I haven't decided what to call this. And this is the light. So let's take a gander. Let's take a looky look. Okay, this is actually a lot weirder to open. Okay, you know, yeah, let's just kind of brute force this. Oh, it's taped this way too. Okay, that's odd. This is a lot more difficult than it looks. I'm shaking the camera. Good God. Okay. There we go. And another box. So we have the Neewer SL-90 RGB LED light. So what's nothing really is on the box besides this, which basically just says the specs, the battery, like the milliamps, the scenes on how many light kind of effects it has, the wattage, what it accepts as power, and how many LEDs, and of course the color temperature and other random numbers here and there. And then a little scratch and sniff. I don't think that's what that actually is, but that's just what that's just there. So there's that. Let's take a look at this and what's actually in the bloody box. There we go. Ooh, this one has a better padding than the last one. Oh God. Okay, this is actually heavier too. I like that. Let's leave that there. Take this really precise cutout out. This and what's in the box. So we got a cardboard box in a box, you know, standard little pouch that is one of those. Whoop. And a Type-C cable. Love to see this cable. I don't know if you guys saw, but Brazil actually banned, not Brazil, Europe is about to ban every cable besides the Type-C, so iPhones might be going to Type-C finally. Candy, don't actually eat this. I have to say that legally. And toilet paper. So there's that. Let's put all this stuff to the side and check what's in this box in just a second. Bloop. Bloop. Now for what's in this little thingy. Ooh, ball head joint and hot shoe mount. It doesn't look like it really screws on anything in the bottom, but it does screw on underneath here. Looks like it does have an adapter, so if you want to put it on a light stand and just unscrew this and put the light stand on, that does work instead of using the hot shoe mount that it comes with. And standard ball head joint. Just put that also to the side. Nothing else is in the box. But now for the actual light itself. Let's take this plastic off of it. God, it actually feels really nice, even like just the weight. Ooh. Ooh, it has a thingy. Yo, I'm gonna do it. Here. Oh, that's nice. That's a good. And I don't. Oh, there's another one. Oh, that one's even better. Okay. Well, let's just take a look at the arm itself. It looks like this is adjustable here. So you can mount it on several different ways onto either your camera, light stands, or whatever you're going to use this on. So that's pretty cool. It is a pretty strong metal. It's probably aluminum, I'm guessing, or some form of that. And it does make it into a stand, or if you want to be weird about it. But I think this is a good enough stand like that. And it does go full 360 as well. Diffusion panel already on top of the LEDs. Now on and off switch right here, and then a bunch of dials. So first off, there is going to be Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, which is a pretty cool little thing. And these are fully rotatable right here. And then this is one of those ones that like it jumps back after you push it that way. It jumps back. And then Type-C cable right there. But that is the light. And if I put shit like this, God, there's already fingerprints. I probably shouldn't remove that. But right over here, LCD screen looks very nifty, a lot more, well, techy than the last one. And this is also full metal, it feels like, or at least plastic here, metal here, plastic here. And these things are also plastic. But let's see if it turns on. Do I hold it? Yes. Ooh, nice and warm. Let's change the color temperature to something a little bit more useful. Let's go to 5600. There we go. So I'm gonna go also in full power, I believe. Yeah. So if it just would focus, right there, LCD screen right there. Battery life up there. It's also blinking. Not sure why it's doing that yet, but I'll explain that later in the specs after I go more in depth into this. And as we can see, the dial right here controls the dimmable, and that is gonna be in a percentage sign right here. Not percentage sign, it's just 100 to 0, as you can see there. This changes color temperature. So it goes from 2500 Kelvin to 100, oh dang, 10,000 Kelvin. That's wild. That is a good amount. But let's go back to, oh, I passed it. Let's go back to 5600 Kelvin. And if I click that, this changes. Ooh. Oh, that's wild. It changes color temperature even more. Oh, that's amazing. I didn't even know it did that. Happens if I hold this. Then this changes, this top button also changes the mode. It's an on and off switch. You have to hold it to turn it on, but to change the mode, you do that. But let's focus on that. There we go. Now, let's go down to all the way to 0. Come on. Okay, get it on the dot, on the dot, on the dot. Ah, it's close. So it starts from 0 in hue, obviously that's red, and then it goes all the way through the color wheel. I was trying to make a song that didn't work, and 36, oh no, not 36, 360 colors, and back down to cycle to 0. If you click this on the side, it also changes from up to down or down to up. And it changes saturation as well, so you can then make it more light, and it just keeps cycling back to 100. There's that. Oh. Other way. There we go. And then if I just do this, it goes to different effects. As you can see here, it's by sound. It changes from sound. Isn't that fucking dope? Watch. Now let's actually go to the different one. It's more party-like. It just keeps on flashing. And this one's just a fade, I believe. This one's just a monitor. There we go. I believe also if you click on one of these, yeah, it changes what it does. Fire. Siren. More fades. Oh, good God, seizures. Oh, God. Oh, lightning. That makes sense. And it cycles back down to this. I love this. This is so cool. It's like, it hears me. Yay! And back to that. And that's basically the light. I'm gonna dim it a little bit just so that you guys can kind of see now, and then pull focus real quick. So this is from 0% of dimmableness or whatever. God, I can't speak words right now. I'm gonna do this because it's kind of fun. Okay, so let's see how bright this thing can go. That's pretty bright. And I'll give you some more examples in the top view. But for right now, this is just how bright it is. Let's go back all the way down. Boom. And that is the light. If you guys want to check this out, go ahead and check down the links below. But for right now, let's go back up and go to the review. The first spec I'm going to mention is going to be the fact of how many LEDs fit in this tiny little body. Like, take a look. Just look how small this is. Look how small. This is tiny as hell. It's super tiny. But it has 150 lights in this tiny little body. So 150 lights, but divided by threes in a way, where 40 lights are gonna be warm, 40 lights are gonna be cold, and then the 70 that's gonna be the rest is gonna be RGB. But before the nitty-grittiness of this light, before we get into what this light can do, let's talk about what this light's battery life is like. Now, it does charge or keeps on whenever you have a Type-C cable on it. And that means, yes, again, Type-C compatible. Love that cable so much. It also has 4300 milliamp battery with 12 watts as a wattage for it. That being said, that's more than most smartphones, let's be honest. That's pretty good. That also, again, being said, the battery life does change depending on, well, the brightness, the effects that you can use, other things that you can do with it basically will affect the battery life. But that is still a long battery life regardless. I've said that so much in this sentence. Let's get on with the rest of the specs. Now let's go with some more numbers. This thing could get so bright that it does 1700 lux. And with that, since it is bicolor, since I mentioned that it has, you know, two different light tones where there's 40 cold, 40 hot, that making it bicolor. So now that it's bicolor, let's talk about the Kelvin changes. So you can make it go from 2500 to 10,000 Kelvin. That's a pretty good amount for, again, a tiny light. That's pretty intense. Now for light accuracy. The light accuracy of the colors from the hues that you can get from this is actually pretty intense. So anything above a 95 essentially is pretty good. So this thing is a 97 plus CRI. That means the color accuracy in it is pretty accurate every time you would change the color. Now, there's also different other settings, for example, saturation. It goes from 0 to 100. Same with brightness, 0 to 100. Now, for hues, it has 0 to 360 hues. So that's basically the whole color spectrum, not entirely of course, but you know what I mean. You can still pick out the colors that you want from it based on either an app or the settings based on what you use with the dials that I mentioned in the unboxing. The last few things I want to mention is that there are 9 channels you can use with this. So meaning you could connect it with other lights, other things like phones, you can use it Wi-Fi with it, you could use Bluetooth with it. There's several ways to control this light. It is app controlled essentially with the Neewer light. Now, add that with the 18 scenes it has with it that I showed earlier, that's a pretty intense amount. So the fact that you have so many settings, so many ways to use this light, it could be based, you could use this on almost anything. TikTok, you could use this on film sets, you can use this as a practical, you could use this as almost anything. Since it has such a small body, such an easy mounting point where it's so malleable where you could like, again, bend this. You can make this go 360. It does so much with this light as a practical, and I think it's honestly better than the one I have right now. And I might switch them out because I love the fact that you can do so much with this light and you can bring it anywhere because it's all battery powered internally. You could just do so much with it and you could do it in an app. Now the app is a little bit finicky here and there, at least for my Android. But that being said, it's still able to be controlled in full with the dials, with anything you really need. Now, who is this light for? Well, that is a very hard question to the point that I don't necessarily have an answer. This light is so versatile with the way you can use it, where you can put it, wherever you can use it in platform wise. For example, TikTok, YouTube, or other things in that spectrum like Twitch or anything else like that. And then you can add like narratives like practicals, or again almost anywhere you could imagine using this light, product wise or anything at all. It's so versatile that you could use it in anything, and that's why I can't really choose. So honestly, this light for something that's under $100 or at $100 at the time is a solid light to use for almost any of those areas. Like, I honestly do recommend this, especially with the fact that you can use it with an app. It's so controllable. Now, if you guys want to see more reviews like this or anything that I have reviewed to create this video, go ahead and check out this playlist right up here. If you guys want to check out the gear I used to make this video, go ahead and check the links down in the description below. If you guys want to see more of those, go ahead and check that out, because that means you'll be helping out the channel to create more filmholics in the universe. And honestly, all of us who loves film, all of us who loves content creation should be all helping each other out. So go ahead and check those out, because yeah, also no extra price for you guys. It is the lowest price I could find, so it'll be helping out the channel with the cheapest price you guys can get. But lastly, don't forget to like and subscribe and dream on.